Hello, my name is Nebil Achour. I am a course leader for the MSc Healthcare Management at Anglia University. I have over 20 years experience in academia, and I've been leading this course for the last 7 years now. So my background is in healthcare management and specifically in disaster resilience. Specifically, I've been working on hospital functionality. I talk about hospital functionality, talk about so many complex systems there, the system of systems actually, and that there is the challenge there of combining the day-to-day operation with those special circumstances or extreme events. We've been working on these for many years, for over 20 years now exactly, and we've been publishing a lot of work about it and trying to inform the MSc Healthcare Management and inform our students about these issues and these problems and why we need to cater for them. The latest of which is perhaps the COVID-19, which opened our eyes, and we understood that we need to work more on this particular aspect and then integrate perhaps our resilience within our MSc Healthcare Management, because that's how we work on a day-to-day basis. We have to be resilient, but at the same time, we have to conduct our day-to-day job. So this is a 2-year distance learning course. We have the year 1 where we have the core modules, and year 2 is research modules. In the first year, core modules are 30 credits. So therefore, talk about a number of hours and a number of credits that have been achieved, and they're on every trimester. And in year 2, we have 1 trimester, and then we have 2 trimesters for a different module. So course comprises 6 modules in total. 2 of these are optional, but the students, in order to achieve the number of credits for a master's, need to take 5 modules. In the first year, the students have 4 modules, 2 optional, which are the decision making. One looking at the decision making, the other one looks at the disaster resilience. And the third module is about change management or organizational transformation and leadership. So basically what we are trying to achieve here is we are trying basically to understand how decisions are made, whether those are related to disasters or to day-to-day operation, and then go and make improvement inside our organizations and learn how to make that improvement by leading teams and developing teams. So it's designed in a particular way so that basically it helps all students to achieve and to make real impact on their workplace. Year 2, where we have research. So the first is learning how to develop a research proposal, and that takes usually 1 trimester. And the second is a major project, and that takes approximately 2 trimesters, and in which we expect students to take a project, pick up a project from their workplace, work it, and try to resolve issues. Our students actually have been very successful in publishing their work and in many international leading journals, and that is a great pleasure to see that. So our students have been really learning so much, and coming to develop and to show that high quality output. Our students come from a wide range of backgrounds. So they come from nursing, they come from allied health professionals, they come from engineering, they come from management, they come from various social care. So they come from various backgrounds. They also come from civilian and military students as well. And geographically speaking, we talk about literally a global module or a global course where we have students who come from the Far East, from China, we have from Japan, we have from Philippines, we have from India, from so many countries, we have from the Middle East, we have from Africa, and then we have also from the UK and Europe, and we have also from the Far West. So Canada, and we talk about Latin America and the US, of course. So they are all professional people. What they find especially useful for them in this particular course is their ability to get promoted many of our students were very successful in getting promoted and getting really, really senior in their organizations halfway through the course itself. So that's because of the learning that they are gaining so fast, and because the way how we teach them, it's not kind of a lot of just theory, but it's theory with a lot of a practice. And of course, we talk about, on an impact on their workplace that kind of just makes them very distinguished students, and therefore they can apply for promotion. They get it quite easily. So the course runs on distance learning, so which means that everything's online. This does not mean that we don't meet students face to face. We always happy to meet students, and we did meet many of our students in our campuses. But the course is formally delivered online through our learning system. We have a number of webinars. We have a number of meetings with the students. All these are recorded, and all of them are uploaded on the system as well. So even those live events, they all go on our system. This gives students a lot of flexibility. Specifically, all of them, they come from that very busy work environment, and therefore when they come to us, they usually are searching for someone to accommodate them, for someone to help them, to go around basically their workload, rather than can add them another workload. And this perhaps where we have been very, very successful, because we could integrate the work demand with the course demand itself. And of course, we facilitate them with a lot of one-to-one support and with a lot of group support, whether that is through the system itself or with us, through our systems like Teams and of course, Skype, and we have so many other ways that we can use for this particular communication with the students. So these tend to help the students engage, and they tend to give them a lot of flexibility to learn and to achieve their learning. The other aspect as well is that what we try to do with them is we always give them a way to actually work their final assignments. So we don't want to come to them the last 2 weeks or so and say, right, okay, it's time now, go develop your 4,000 words report. We usually tell them, no, let's work it out bit by bit. So from the day they start until they finish, they find it is really easy to do, and that's why they achieve really, really high marks in most of the time. So there's a lot of support, there's a lot of understanding, there's a lot of flexibility, and basically what we try to do, we try to do is we develop managers, we develop leaders who can lead themselves, who can manage their workload, who can manage everything with absolutely no stress. Or many of our students, they come with some gap between the last degree they had and of course this, and that usually often create a bit of stress and anxiety for students. Now we try to reduce that by providing them so much support, whether that is at the course level, but also at university level as well. So we have so many professional services colleagues on the library, colleagues in Study Skills Plus, student services. We have so many, so many kind of areas and services to help them to develop themselves, to actually bridge that gap and themselves in a really kind of comfortable zone. It is perfectly normal for anyone who has been, for example, away from desks, for study desks for, let's say, 10, 15 years, to come back and find themselves developing an academic piece of work. That's basically perhaps our success. That's because we worked with them, and that's how we try to integrate and to make them familiar, make the work that they are doing very familiar to what they do on day to day, but without compromising, of course, the academic and the synchronization of any academic work. So what we want from our students is we want them to be ready to be challenged in terms of obviously understanding what's required from them. We have a very clear set of instructions to help them, activities, very clear. So we expect from them to engage, because engaging in those activities is actually what will help them to achieve high marks. We also want from them to be really, really flexible. We want them to be with that flexibility, that basically vision as well. We want them to be very clear what they want to achieve, how they want to achieve it, and we'll try to help them to develop strategy for that. So we want them to be clear what they want to do, what they want to achieve, how they want to achieve it, and we will help them develop the exact plan. In terms of sponsorship and payment, we accept both. We have students who are fully sponsored by their workplace, and we have other students as well who are paying basically from their own pocket. So it is not an issue for us. We don't differentiate between these or the others. So to us, they are all learners. They are all learning and knowledge seekers, and they are all people who are eager to develop themselves and to have really strong ambition in order to progress their career forward. The best way, perhaps, to know whether this course is useful to you or not, or how good you think that this course is going to be for you, is you've got two different criteria. The first criteria is, think of yourself. Do you want to see yourself in that higher position, wherever you are? You could be in the middle management, you'd like to go to senior management. You could be, for example, at operational level, and you'd like to get to that higher level. All that is, if you are eager to go to that higher level, then this course is certainly for you. The other aspect as well is you can come and talk to us. You're more than welcome to come, book an appointment with me, phone call or video call or anything, and we can go through what you want to do, what you need, and of course we'll try to help you. We can tell you, yes, this is the right course for you, but also we can say, no, we've got another course that perhaps is much better for your skills and for your knowledge and for your ambition. Overall, we are very happy that the absolutely vast majority of our students who join, they succeed with distinctions, and they succeed with really, really high quality final output, and of course with the promotions as well with that. So which shows basically that the students, when they come to the course, they know very well what exactly they are after. They know very well what they want to achieve, and all we do is just basically help them to achieve that. So if you are interested in joining us, there are two deadlines, or there are two opportunities for you to join us. You can join us in September, but you can join us in January, whenever is better for you. Usually deadlines are around the first week of September and of January. You're more than welcome to contact me directly if you have any questions. You can call me, or you can just email me directly, and we can arrange for one-to-one discussion and go through your questions. But also you can get in touch with my colleagues in admissions, and they will be very happy to answer your questions as well. So please log into our webpage and put your application forward, and we'll be very happy to welcome you in the next intake. Finally, thank you very much for your attention, and we hope that this has been a useful set of information for you. Please do get in touch if you need further information, and thank you. Goodbye.